When they went on that run to start the second half, you called timeout like less than 2 minutes in. What were you seeing that prompted you to do that, and what did you want to happen afterwards that maybe didn't?
It's been a couple games in a row that we've started the third quarter. It hasn't been, I've had to call an early timeout. They went on an 8-0 run. I mean, shoot, it was a 4-point game. We gave the 3 at the end of the first half, so it went to 7, and then they went 8-0, and it was 15, like right away, and that's unacceptable. We got to start the second half much better.
During timeouts, you usually meet with your assistant coaches for a little bit before going back to talk to the players. In that timeout, you kind of didn't meet with them, right? Just went straight to the players. What was the purpose of the message in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, it's about, this whole thing is about building winning habits, right? And doing that is not at all a winning habit. So I had to let them know.
You defended them pretty well the first 5-6 minutes of the game. What changed after that?
Their shooters got going. Obviously, Van Vliet and Trent got going. They were playing pick and roll. And it was hard for us to contain those two guys. But the two things that we talked about pregame were the rebounding and the transition baskets. They had 13 offensive rebounds and 20 fast break points. So those are the two things that we knew we had to take care of against this team.
Coach, would you say this was the first game you kind of saw the team struggle without having KP and Jalen on the court? It seemed like they kind of struggled getting into their sets when LP wasn't on the court.
Yeah, we did. We had a few lineups that we haven't had on the floor at all this season, really, because Eric was playing a bunch of minutes in a row. Daishen had played 10 minutes in a row, so I put Ty in for a couple minutes just to get those guys a breather. But yeah, we had a few loose possessions where we were pushing the ball up the floor, getting to like, not even to the baseline, but between the free throw line and the baseline and expecting something good to happen instead of slowly bringing the ball up, getting it organized, at least getting the 5-out spacing to where we can have good spacing and play cohesive basketball. But we did have a stretch on the floor where we were just pushing it up and playing free, and that's not, I mean, there's one thing about playing free, there's another thing about playing with space and playing with purpose, and we didn't in that stretch.
As effective as Josh was when he was on the court, what did you decision to not let him finish out the game?
Yeah, so he had been on the floor for a long stretch right in a row, and then with Daishen and his playmaking and the defensive part, where we could switch better, switch better, blitz better with Daishen. That was the decision. But Josh did a great job, really good job. I'm proud of him. That's one of the guys that I continue to say, hey, stay ready, your time is going to come. And he stayed ready, and he did a good job tonight.
You shot well as a team tonight, but did you feel like you still have one or three strong lines?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You shot well as a team tonight, but did you feel like you still have 1 or 3 strong lines?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, when we were getting to the rim, they were making it hard for us. We had 64 points in the paint, but they still made it hard when we were getting in there, and their length and athleticism does make it hard. That's what they do as a team. I wish we would have shot a few more threes. We only shot 21 threes, and the free throw line, if we could have made a few more, it would have kept us close, kept us in there a little bit more. But overall, a good effort.
How are you seeing? How are you seeing LP kind of respond as he's moving up on like the kind of the scouting sheet for other teams in the absence of Jalen over the past couple of games?
He's doing a good job. He's accepting double teams. First, early, I think he was a little surprised that the activity around him, I guess, the length and activity, because he turned it over twice right away in the first half, but I think he only ended up with those 2 turnovers. So he's handling it pretty good. He's making plays for his teammates. He's getting to the free throw line. We're having him catch it at different spots on the floor. We're not just having him catch it in the post the whole time. Top of the floor, elbow, off the wing, off to the wing sometimes, and he's making the right plays.
You had a pick and roll with him and KJ really early in the game. You haven't done that very much, but is that something you'd like to incorporate a little bit more?
Yeah, for sure. We did it twice. We did it in the second half too, and KJ got a dunk on that one. So Alpy's able to make those plays, and we're going to explore it a little more.
Daishen taking 13 shots obviously is not something that would happen if you had Jalen or KPJ out there, but is that the aggression that you wanted to see from him, or what do you think about the quality of looks that he was?
He got great quality of looks. He got either at the rim or he got wide open threes, and he made one tonight. But yeah, I continue to tell these guys, like, if we get good open threes, we need to take them. And you know, we haven't shot the ball as well as we've wanted, I've wanted, they've wanted. But if we create a good shot, it has to be taken.